Hi, lovers and leaders. Welcome to another time with me, Dr. Sarah, your industrial organizational psychologist. So today I'm making this particular video because I'm seeing a trend amongst you human assets, yes, human capital, candidates for jobs, all right, current employees. You're putting your resumes out there, super frustrated, super anxious, super not getting, your call back. And that's likely from an IO perspective and just from discernment, okay, you don't know what's happening in these industries you're applying for. You have no clue, okay, why they're generating these types of jobs, okay? You don't know what's trending in these industries, all right? So I've actually done a video already, all right, about, researching the organization that you are going to, apply for a job for. Is super important. Why? So that in your resume, in the application, even in an interview, you need to be able to be fluent in these industry and their language. All right. So in this video, I'm just kind of high level, just gonna give a summary of 5 industries that are booming in 2025 and the various hot jobs, okay, that are being generated from these industries. And I also want to highlight, which is really important to me and for you, is to highlight transferable skills that you already have, all right? So you don't feel like, oh, I can't apply to this particular job because it's a different industry, so it's like a pivot for you. But if you have these transferable skills I'm going to highlight or similar, you do have an opportunity. So don't shy away from pivoting into a new industry, okay? So hold on tight, get your pens, your papers, your phones to take some notes from my notes, okay? So here goes. All right, number 1 is the AI, the artificial intelligence and machine learning industry. I call this the digital brain boom, okay? We know this AI is practically in everything, okay? It's in marketing, it's in, healthcare diagnostics, okay? So here are some hot job titles that I saw in my research that you can, consider if you do have the skills for this. So some hot job titles that you should be aware of are AI prompt engineer, machine learning specialist, AI project manager, data scientist, and some skills that I, researched and I compiled together are Python. Those of you out there that are familiar with this, let me know because I'm not familiar with Python. TensorFlow, TENSOR flow, PyTorch, PYTORCH. These are the skills in demand, okay? There's also prompt writing for AI tools as another skill, prompt writing for AI tools. I know a lot of people are even doing let's keep it a buck, their own businesses by creating and designing platforms for specific prompts, okay? There's data analysis and visualization and strategic problem solving. So in terms of transferable skills, if you've ever managed projects, come on, let me know you've managed some projects. Have you managed yourself and your household? But seriously, if you've ever managed some projects, worked with data in Excel, okay, or led any type of digital marketing campaign, you can actually pivot, yes, to AI roles. However, I need to give you a tip in terms of upskilling, all right? There is a platform that I've been aware about for years. It's called Alison. I'm going to put the link in the description. And no, I'm not actually getting paid for this promo for Alison. But one thing I like about Alison is that it provides free certification courses without you having to pay for the paid ones, right? So, for example, you could take a course in Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, and basically test that filled out before you go to more advanced courses. So I'm going to put the link to Alison in my description for all the jobs I'm going to be talking about and all the skills. All right, so please check that out. It's a free Alison certification you can get, and you can certainly put that in your resume. And as I've said in my previous video regarding some resume stuff, please attach a copy of your certifications. Thank you, and please. All right. Number two industry that's booming in 2025 is cybersecurity. All right. I call this the digital bodyguards. Yeah. So cybersecurity is all about digital bodyguards. I was in a job, okay, as a manager, and I tell you right now, the I guess it's the ethics and compliance division. All right. They will consistently on a quarterly basis pretty much push out e-learning courses for all of us to take regarding cybersecurity, because a lot of things are happening in, not in the cloud, and companies need to protect their IP, right? The intellectual property and so many other things. Okay, so cybersecurity is super important. So some hot job titles that I've seen out there in the job market is cybersecurity analyst, ethical hacker. Imagine, ethical hacker. Cloud security engineer, information security officer. And some skills that are in demand in this field of cybersecurity is network security, cloud infrastructure, risk assessment, and incident response. Now, in terms of transferable skills, because I don't want you guys to be afraid to potentially pivot into this cybersecurity industry or even advance your skills if you are in a cybersecurity type organization or industry. So transferable skills to consider is if you've worked in IT support, compliance, military, or law enforcement, you are definitely well positioned to pivot into cybersecurity or at least advance in that industry. Now, in terms of like some free upskill, again, go to Alison.com. The link is in my description, and there's a course that's called cybersecurity awareness, and it's really great for beginners. All right, and again, please, the certification that they have available for you, please download that and upload it to your application form, okay, if you decide to apply for a job like that. All right, number 3, healthcare and health tech. Yes, it is still booming in 2025. Yes, people still go to the doctors, okay? And I call this the healthcare and health tech industry, where purpose meets paycheck. Yes. And why is it growing? We have an aging population, we have tech innovation, and there's a huge demand for healthcare workers, the traditional healthcare workers, and there's a huge demand of telehealth. Yes. A lot of telehealth, a lot of digital compliance, okay? Super important. So here's some hot job titles that I've seen in my research. Telehealth nurse. Yes, I know of a friend that does that and she loves it. It's like a work from home opportunity for her. Health data analyst, okay? Health data analyst. Medical device sales rep. Yes, sales reps in those areas are still needed. Yes. Healthcare project manager. That's a really good administrative type role. Here are the skills in demand, all right? Patient care. Yeah. Do you have good bedside manner? I don't care if you are some type of healthcare administrator, because I've been a healthcare administrator. You have to have good communication skills, all right? Because you're going to be talking to the patient. You're going to be talking to some various doctors. You're going to be talking to the vendors that the patients actually work with or have to go to, like the pharmacists, okay? So patient care, good bedside manner is important. Data entry and electronic health record systems, all right? I remember in this job I had, in this healthcare administrative job I had, Epic was just being rolled out at that time. That was like 2015, 16, something like that. In my organization I was working for, Epic was just being rolled out, right? So yes, being very open to work with digital systems is definitely a skill. All right, communication and empathy. Communication, empathy is a skill. Regulatory compliance, another skill. I definitely have a lot of background in that. So if you're that kind of person that likes to know what to do and try to work according to regulation and compliance to create order and, for things not just being disruptive in the kind of work and industry you're in, this will be good for you to be part of healthcare and health tech. So here's some transferable skills. If you are really good at paying attention to details, all right, especially in healthcare tech, healthcare administration, regulatory and compliance, okay, and of course just being a healthcare provider. If you have special skills in the small details, paying attention to the small details, catching things that maybe some others won't, okay, because you pay attention to details and you're very careful, please, this is a transferable skill for you for healthcare and a health tech profession. Customer service reps, if you've ever been in customer service, you can transfer these skills. If you've been a manager, because managers, like I've experienced management for so many years, is literally taking care of people and helping to just, shepherd them to bring out the best in them, okay? So you can always transfer these skills to healthcare and health tech position. And again, if you don't have some specific skills to go into this industry, to pivot into this industry, or to pivot into certain jobs in this industry, I would encourage you always to upskill. Go onto the Alison website. I am not getting paid for this. Even if I was getting paid for this, I would still encourage you to go, okay? So there are courses in digital health and health information management. So go ahead and check those out, download the certificates, and attach it to your application for your next job. All right, number 4, we're almost there, number 5. But number 4, I call this the renewable energy and sustainability industry. Well, actually, I don't call this, they call this. But the renewable energy and sustainability industry, I call this the green gold rush. It's all green now. You know why? Because consumers out there, there's a lot of consumers out there, and even myself, okay? We want to protect the environment. We want to protect our planet, all right? We want people to be resourceful and not always just, digging out our beautiful natural resources for manufacturing, for example, okay? So why is it growing? Governments and companies are pushing hard for clean energy, all right? Clean energy solutions such as solar energy, wind energy, and of course, those electronic vehicles, okay? And many things like that, all right? So governments and companies, and I would definitely add consumers, are really, really mindful what type of even products, even myself, what kind of products. I prefer plant-based products, or something natural that's put on my hair, my body, my skin. So here are some hot job titles, okay? Solar energy technician, yes. Sustainability consultant, energy analyst, and environmental project manager. So here are some skills I've noticed that are in demand. Project management. You can actually take some project management courses. I'm sure many of you know this. Environmental policy knowledge. There's some skills in reading, interpreting, and then showing people, guiding people how to apply these policies, all right? So if you have some environmental policy knowledge, it's super important, okay? Data tracking and reporting, all right? So you're using certain maybe Excel tools and other tools to be able to compile this data and basically interpret this data for people, your audience, who actually know what's really going on in your environment. And then there's mechanical and technical skills that are really important in this area of renewable energy and sustainability. So here are some transferable skills to consider, all right? Those of you that may be brave to pivot into this area. If you have experience in construction, project coordination, and engineering, these can, pretty much land you with an opportunity in this area. I feel like this area is still young. It's been booming for definitely way over 6 years now, but I feel like it's still young, but it's definitely booming. And like I said, companies are interested in this. Why? Because consumers are interested in renewable energy sources. Now, if you don't have specific skills in this, an example, you can go to alisonagain.com and check out a course on renewable energy systems, renewable energy systems. All right, finally, an industry that is continuously booming in 2025. It is e-commerce and digital marketing. Yes, e-commerce and digital marketing. All right, so we still, listen, as long as consumers like you and I are still going online to purchase some things, e-commerce and digital marketing is still going to be needed. All right, why is it going? Just like I said, you and I still shop online, and the reality is these companies still need creative people that can help with brand awareness, that can help with identifying audiences that really need the product that these organizations are offering, and even understand from their marketing research what type of products to produce or what type of services to produce to meet the needs of the people in these said markets, right? So if you're interested in this kind of area and pivoting to this type of area, some hot job titles that I see, and many of you probably know about this: social media manager, okay, SEO specialist, e-commerce store manager, digital marketing analyst. Okay, now here's some skills in demand. All right, content creation, like I'm doing, content creation, SEO and analytics. All right, and SEO is just search engine optimization, just basically researching the keywords, all right, that will really resonate with the target audience. Okay, paid ads management. Yeah, we need somebody to manage those ads, all right, and choose the right ads. Okay, and customer service experience is really important too. And as well, that is also really important in this field is customer experience design. Yes, customer experience design, really understanding the customer supply chain. That's probably another video that I can go deep on that one. Transferable skills. If you have these skills, all right, you can certainly pivot and advance in the area of e-commerce and digital marketing. So here goes. Have you had some background in retail? You know, sales, graphic designs, right? Do you like to talk to people? do you like to just see people happy as a result of new content? Do you like to see people happy as a result of them trying a new product? This area is for you, my friend, okay? Now, if you don't have skills in this area, I mean, you could practice on social media. You know, you could try and get a job in your local mall, you know, in terms of retail experience for a weekend. I don't know, you could. I've done those jobs in retail, please believe, all right? Thank God I actually did, because they have been really pivotal, in terms of transferable skills. There's some free courses in Alison, all right, called the e-commerce strategies. All right, I think this is super important to go and take this free course. E-commerce strategies and social media marketing. All right, so listen, I know sometimes it can be really you know, intimidating to move from one industry to another, but thank God there was a time where I was trying to move from one job to another, right? And I came across a staffing agency, and the young lady basically says to me, Sarah, you've been in the healthcare industry for like way over like 12 years. With all your skills you have, right, you can certainly transfer to a different industry. Would you be open to manufacturing industry? I thought, I never thought about it, right? And then she asked me, the question is, why wouldn't you be open to pivoting to another industry? And I gave no reason, all right? So I'm going to ask you the question. Do you still want to be in the industry that you have been operating in, you've been working in? And if it's a no, this is great. You're opening yourself up to a whole new experience, whole new type of people thinking differently and resonating with people that can teach you something as you keep, you know, growing and expanding as your role as being whatever you decide to be. All right. But I think it's super important with the experience you have, you know, with the skills you have, there are other industries that need you. there are other industries that need you. So if you are constantly, battling, putting resumes out to a particular industry and they're not like, responding back to you, could it be your lack of skills and experience? Or could it be there's another industry that needs you? So with that in mind, I really do hope that you have, been inspired by this video. Let me know in the comment section what industry that you are really considering to potentially pivot to and why. And if you need some extra guidance on this, check out my link below. I do offer one-on-one consulting. All right. I'm super excited to always help out my people. And don't give up. Don't give up. You just have to, as a human asset or a human capital, the reality is you need to know who you are, what you offer, and you need to be positioned in the right market as well as the right industry. So you got work to do. All right. And I'm here to help you. Until next time, give me a thumbs up before you leave. Let me know if you like this or not. And I will see you in the next video. Stay blessed. Bye.